AEW have suspended Jeff Hardy and issued a statement. Meanwhile, we take a look at all the Jeff Hardy updates and reactions following his arrest, and several big matches have been announced for this week's AEW Road Rager. More on that in just a bit. Yes, hello everyone, it's Ross and Jack here with the news. We're just going to follow on from the big news of yesterday, of course, because there's lots of updates and reactions to talk about. It's the sad news that Jeff Hardy was once again arrested for a DUI. I think it was officially a DUI, wasn't it? Or
I've got no idea what officially it was.
No, but it was, I
just saw the harrowing footage from the police car yesterday with them all drawing their guns on the guy.
We'll talk about that in just a second, but first let's talk about AEW's statement regarding this, or Tony Khan's statement. He tweeted out an official paragraph or so saying, we were able to resume contact with Jeff Hardy this afternoon. AEW does not condone Jeff's alleged behavior. We've made it clear to Jeff that we'll assist him in getting treatment for substance abuse issues, which he has indicated that he's open to receiving. In the interim, he is suspended without pay, and he can only return to AEW upon successfully completing treatment and maintaining his sobriety. Then he shared a link as well to SAM HSA's national helpline, basically for if you know someone who needs help in America, I guess. But yeah, it was the only choice AEW had, really, wasn't it? Apart from just firing him outright.
Big time. And it's very reassuring to see that Jeff Hardy, as he says in the statement here, is indicated that he's open to receiving some sort of help.
Yes.
Because it's all well, I was sat in the news yesterday with Tom saying just someone needs to pin him down and just get him the help that he needs. It's all well and good saying that, but the person who's on the receiving end of that help needs to be willing to receive it as well. So it's good to see that he is. And I guess that's all they could do. They've obviously taken the Hardy Boys out of the ladder match that's taking place on Dynamite tonight. That's now just a straight up normal tag ladder match between the Young Bucks and the Jungle Men.
Yes.
But I guess that's all they could do. I guess the thing to mention here, I think Meltzer said that they didn't want to put a statement out until Tony Khan had spoken to Jeff Hardy directly. So that's why it took a couple of days for it to come out. Yeah,
fair enough. There's been a lot of updates on the situation. You might have seen this already because it came out yesterday. The video that Ross mentioned just there, courtesy of TMZ, which was basically confirmation that yes, the police officers that stopped Jeff Hardy at one stage did draw their guns because they were so concerned about his condition. He was very unpredictable. They said when they pulled him over, he was driving very erratically. And I think people have been talking about what you can sort of make out Jeff saying as well on the footage as well.
He was going for a brain scan, I think he says.
Right.
Which... is that protocol just by AEW? Is that there's so many questions surrounding that sort of thing? It's unfair to sort of speculate, but he definitely does say he's going for some sort of MRI brain scan thing.
Yeah. It's obviously not nice viewing, and it was just. It kind of confirmed everybody's fears that it was indeed a very serious incident. So there's been plenty of reactions from people as well. Brian Alvarez on Wrestling Observer Live denied the rumors that Jeff Hardy was fired by WWE for refusing to get help a few months ago, which I think that's not quite the story that Jeff told, was it? He said more that they made him do a test, and he did, and then that all led to, like, I guess, acrimonious situations between the two. I don't know.
Matt Hardy was backing that up as well, wasn't he? We were just sort of taking their words as face value, which I don't know if that's aged poorly or I don't know what to make.
I don't know. It's not quite the same, is it? But it's I guess it is relevant, which is probably why Alvarez has clarified that. Matt Hardy also reacted on Twitter saying, "It was disheartening to hear the news about my brother yesterday. Recovery isn't a linear process, and I'll continue doing whatever I can to help my brother be healthy. Being healthy and well is the most important thing for Jeff, his wife, his children, and our family at this time." Which, I mean, what more can you say, really?
Yeah, myself and Tom were on the news yesterday talking ourselves through what Tom's explained to me, the TikTok that Rebby Hardy put out, because it seemed to sort of make light of the entire situation, sort of being like, oh, Jeff, what's he like? He's back at it again. She then took to TikTok yesterday again and vehemently denies the claims that she and Matt are enablers to Jeff. She basically said, were you there the day before? Because Jeff got arrested on the Monday. On the Sunday, the Hardy Boys and Rebby were at some sort of signing convention thing, and she was basically saying she stopped alcohol being put there. She basically said she did all this stuff from on the Sunday.
They walked him back to his hotel room and stuff.
But she can't be with him at all times, which I guess is fair enough. But that still doesn't, that TikTok, the initial TikTok, still sort of did make light of the entire situation.
Seemed to be laughing at what is a very serious situation, Booker T was critical of AEW on his podcast regarding this situation, saying, "I think AEW has some responsibility to bear because you go back and look at the compilation of death-defying dives Jeff Hardy has pulled off since arriving in AEW, and I'm going to tell you right there that the pain comes along with that. And when you've got pain, a lot of times you will go to drink or take drugs to numb the pain." Booker T, I find it hard to tell how much stock to put in his opinions at the minute, because he is very one-sided. He is very, obviously he's working in WWE at the minute, so he is always very critical of AEW. But I mean, yes, Jeff Hardy has been part of some pretty heavy matches like the one against Darby Allin, like the one against the Young Bucks recently, where you think, should he really be doing this anymore? So I guess he does have a point in there somewhere.
Yeah, what he says does make sense, but it doesn't take into account Jeff Hardy and what Jeff Hardy wants to do.
His own decisions.
For all we know, Tony Khan was saying, Jeff, you don't have to do this one Tom Bomber at the steps for the second week in a row.
Yeah.
And Jeff's just like, I feel fine, Tony. And if he's saying to Tony Khan, I feel fine, and Tony Khan can look at Jeff Hardy and think, oh, he looks fine, he sounds fine, he must be fine to do it. I don't know what Tony Khan can do then.
Yeah, it's a strange one, but anyway. Let's move on now to a bit more positive news. It is again to do with AEW. It's because this week is one of those like Dynamite specials, basically. This time it's Road Rager, and several matches have been announced. Ross already mentioned, of course, that the Hardys have obviously been pulled from their tag title match, which was never really in question, unless they found another partner for Matt, I guess. But
yeah, I would like to see sort of Private Party get thrown in there if they wanted to keep it this sort of triple threat ladder match, or maybe Team Taz, Big Hobbs and Ricky Starks getting in there. But if they want to make it a singles match, I guess fair enough. It's going to be fantastic either way, no doubt.
I believe it will be as well, yeah. But there's also, it's quite a stacked night. Tony Khan was billing it on Twitter as possibly the biggest Dynamite ever, or the best Dynamite ever.
He says that every week.
No, Tony doesn't get overexcited.
This is a big card.
This is a big card. We've also got Dax Harwood versus Will Ospreay, billed by Tony Khan. You could probably say rightly, actually, as two of the best in the world going one-on-one.
Dax Harwood himself said the best professional wrestler in the world taking on Will Ospreay, and I'm inclined to believe him after the year he's had.
Yes, he's had a fantastic year. Tony Storm versus Britt Baker as well. A lot of people were assuming that Tony was going to be the winner of the Women's Owen Hart Foundation tournament, but instead, obviously, it was Britt, and I guess their feud's just carrying on.
You would assume a big win for Tony here as well, surely.
Oh, possibly,
surely.
Yeah, but so soon after Britt's won the tournament.
But surely.
Britt can take a loss.
Britt's had a go.
Yeah,
it's time for Tony time.
It is time for Tony time. But the biggest announcement is possibly not even a match. It's that Jon Moxley and Hiroshi Tanahashi will come face to face, and this is important, of course, because it's going to be a confrontation leading up to their match at Forbidden Door for the interim AEW World Championship. I don't know how much English Tanahashi speaks.
It doesn't matter, Jack, because as you mentioned on the Cultaholic Wrestling podcast last Friday, we record on a Thursday, he does air guitar. So it's clear to me what's going to happen here. Air guitar off. The best air guitaree gets to pick the stipulation for their match at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view.
I think Jon Moxley's got a good air guitar on it.
I reckon he's got a fantastic air guitar.
Fair enough.
I think he's very rustic. Tanahashi's more show-offy, more sort of Van Halen, if you want. And I reckon Moxie's more grungy, more Nirvana.
There'll be a clash of styles,
yes.
and it'll be a wonderful thing to see.
Yes,
in all seriousness, just to wrap this up, what do you actually think the encounter will?
I have absolutely no idea, because as you say, the language barrier, I don't know how severe it is. You would know better than me. But you don't even know.
I can't think. I'm sure he can.
No idea.
I feel like he can speak some English, but I don't know how well he'd be able to string that together into a promo on live TV. Probably better than I could in English as well. But
I just hope it's not a contract signing with a table, because we all know how those end. Bloody hell.
Thank you very much for watching this news video. We will be back for more news later on today as well. And do leave your thoughts and opinions in that comment section down below. Stay safe out there. Love you, bye. I've done it. I've done the thing.
Tom's on holiday today, by the way. He's having a couple of days break in London.
Doesn't he deserve it?
Yes, he bloody does. But it didn't stop him this morning on the news chat going, here's the news. Tom, if you're watching, right, go on holiday and stay on holiday.
Just to end this, I'll mention the news that he said. Just to end this video, just to honour Tom. He pointed out that Tyson Fury was on ITV, and he was saying that he's going to start doing exhibition fights, which baffled the presenters. They had no idea what he was talking about. And he was like,
they go to Saudi Arabia, don't they, for a paid day and just have a little...
He was saying, I can take on whoever I want. That's the beauty of exhibition fights. It's not about winning or losing. And then he mentioned Lennox Lewis, like boxers.
Jake Paul.
Did he say Jake Paul?
I don't know. I didn't watch the clip.
He said Lennox Lewis, a few other boxers, and then he said Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah. Oh. Tom Campbell he could take on as well.
And Tom Campbell as well. There you go. For more updates on possibly that, but definitely some other stories as well, check out the channel. Check out the channel later on. I'm cool now.
Tom, enjoy your holiday.
Absolutely.
Stop working, Tom. Put the phone down. Pick up a beer, Tom. Have a nice sandwich or something like that. He's at Harry Potter World. If you're at Harry Potter World, go and buy Tom a drink. Get him a sandwich.
Buy him a butterbeer.
Tell him to put his phone down and enjoy his holiday.
See you soon.
Bye.